Good morning, and welcome to Talk of the Town on 99.7, 1450 WHTC, and WHTC.com.
And we welcome you to Talk of the Town for this Friday, November 20th. I'm Gary Stevens. And we'll some open line following the 10 and 11 o'clock news blocks. We will also have Patty Vandenberg joining us in about an hour with What's New Around Holland. And on this third Friday of the month, we are expected to have in our 10:30 segment, Allegan County Clerk Bob Janetsky. But in our first segment today, we are very pleased to have what we call the phone lady. Ruth Gaudard of AT&T joins us via the Zoom connection from her base of operations in the Lansing area. Proud Spartan, although we don't have to worry about another embarrassing loss this week. The game got canceled. But anyway, Ruth, good morning.
Well, best laid plans. So many things have been canceled this year. I'm not at all surprised that a Spartan game was among those.
But however, Spartan fans, I think Holly said it best. We've already made the season, already beat Michigan in football.
That's right. I said at the time, I don't care if we don't win another game all season, which looks like it could happen, that be the case. We won the game that counts.
Yeah, and that's the important thing there. But if you have a question, not so much about the green and whiters, but about telecommunications, Ruth can answer it at 395-1450, 395-1450, while you might have questions involving maybe some of the other either cellular carriers or cable or internet carriers. She'll try to answer a general question or two, but of course, Ruth is in the marketing department with AT&T. So keep that in mind, especially for those of you who still might have a landline. That's becoming a dinosaur more than anything else, having landlines, although for business, it's probably a pretty good thing to still have because of the reliability factor. You don't have to worry about dropped off calls.
Well, dropped off calls, loss of power, etc. I mean, a landline is still a good product. We still have them. We still service them. But more and more people are going either to a voice over internet line or a wireless. Face it, I mean, our number of landlines has decreased so drastically over the last 14, 15 years that and I understand that, the convenience of being able to take your phone with you and not having to worry about missing a call or anything else. And there's some great pricing out there on wireless plans. And you can do so much with your wireless phone.
Again, if you have a question for Ruth, she'll happy to answer it at 395-1450, 395-1450. Some technical questions she can answer as well. Others, well, she'll have to refer, but that's okay. Let me ask you a technical question with that premise. How are we on fiber optics? I mean, pretty much most especially landlines, especially the fiber optics is there. Are we getting to a point where we might need to see another generation of fiber optics come up, or has that been an ongoing thing?
Fiber evolution is an ongoing thing, and we are always building out our fiber footprint. Probably not as fast as some people would like, but it is costly, and we have to make a decision on where to roll it out because it does give the opportunity for so many, much faster internet and stuff like that, especially for people that stream their TV or, do a lot of course, we are all doing work from home nowadays, but, it's fiber has come a long way and it'll probably go a lot further, but it's really seamless. It is, of course, absolutely very important for the rollout of the 5G wireless.
And that, of course, is an ongoing thing, and hopefully we'll get it in West Michigan soon. But it'll eventually happen.
It's coming, just like Christmas. It's coming. So maybe not as fast as we would like, but it will eventually get everywhere. We have a very robust 5G footprint across the nation and across the state, but it is not everywhere yet.
395-1450. If you have a question for Ruth Gaudard of AT&T, the phone lady, she'll be able to possibly answer it, or will do her level best to do so. The reason why I sort of brought up fiber optics and the evolution, because obviously as more and more people are needing internet services and more people are trying to rely on it, the reliability of the network, be it AT&T, be it the cables, be it other providers, is there.
That, we have been very, very proud of how our network has held up with the increased traffic. And they're really, other than if a cable gets cut or an act of nature interferes, we really have not seen, we've seen the hours of peak usage change, and the locations where obviously it used to be in business parks or downtowns that had a lot of office buildings. Those locations of where increased traffic, high traffic has changed, but our system has handled it very well. We have people around the country that do nothing but track the network performance. And the good thing about that is, if they have the capability, if they see something is starting to be a problem, they can, through the wonderful world of computers, they can switch, it's hard to explain. They can fix feed stations, they can route the traffic on a different line, so to speak, so that, problems are avoided. But we really have been very, very proud of how our network has performed throughout.
Let me bring up a topic we have discussed in the past, but it's been several months since we brought this out. And I want to revisit it for those who may not have heard it the first time. And obviously, we always get new listeners or people that weren't listening in the morning, which is fine. We understand. And that is trying to retain customers. Clark Howard, whom people can hear here in our market Saturday afternoons from 3 until 6 here on WHTC, has mentioned in the past that a smart consumer will jump from provider to provider, be it with internet or be it with cable or other, wireless. Try to get the best deals, because a lot of times a new subscriber will get a good deal, but then to try to keep, somebody wants to keep the service, they don't, that you have to pay the full freight. We've talked about this before, about addressing and retaining customers without having to have these customers pay the full freight because the introductory offer is gone.
Right. The promotions expire. Customers are always welcome to call in when their promotion pricing is going to expire or has expired. We have a loyalty department, retention department, if you will, that is, pretty much dedicated to working with customers to figure out, okay, that deal is expiring. What's your usage? What do we have that we can offer you now? And, it is a common practice across many industries. But it does seem to be very prevalent in the TV entertainment offerings as more than anything. But customers are always free. We will work with you and see what can we offer. I know it is frustrating to have to call in every 12 or 24 months. But, the market changes, the conditions change, the offerings change. as far as TV, I mean, the bundles change, the channels available in a bundle change. So, you may end up with a much, much better deal that way, rather than just saying, oh, I'm gonna switch. So I would encourage customers, if your promotional price is expiring, give us a call and we will work with you.
Now, dealing with, as you just said, give us a call. Dealing with customer service, a lot of people will say, yeah, we'll call, we'll chat online perhaps, but there are others who will say, I want to talk to somebody face to face. And right now, we're not supposed to do a lot of face to face stuff, but
No. Yeah.
there is the outlets where, to be honest with you, it's a little reassuring to know that if there's a problem and I'm having problems discussing it or playing show and tell, I can go to the company's store, outlet, show the problem, deal with it one-on-one, and maybe get a satisfaction along those lines. I don't think that's going to change, even as we are doing more and more things remote.
Right. I mean, we all like to feel that we matter. And when you can speak with someone in person, face to face, mask to mask, you feel more valued and you do feel more confident. And I would say, if you're having an issue, go into our stores, wear your mask, but go in. It may be something that they cannot actually help resolve for you, but they will know where to go in the system to get you the help. And they are there to serve. They are there to help you. A lot of things they can do from the stores, some things they cannot. Some things they used to be able to do from the store, they can now not do. But always, if you have questions and you're frustrated and you just want to see somebody and let them know, hey, I'm here and I'm having a problem, go into the stores. Just wear your mask and stay 6 feet.
Yeah. 395-1450. Good morning. You're on the line with the phone lady, Ruth Gaudard of AT&T.
Yeah, Ruth, on my Uverse, when I used to talk about the promotions running out, can they send us a notice a month before so that we don't get charged that upcharge?
Usually you will see a notice on your bill, a bill, we call it a bill notice, that your promotion. If you aren't sure, give us a call and we can look on the account and see when the promotion expires.
Okay, because I don't think I ever saw it on my bill until I got a larger bill.
Right. Well, and at that point you can call in and say, hey, a lot of times we will make the new promotion retroactive if it has not been, 6 months ago. But we will work with you to make it retroactive, give you some bill credits, if it's applicable. But always reach out. And, when you get that first bill that has the increased price, call us, say, hey, what is this? What promotions are available now? And just ask, when you call in, just say you want to talk to the retention department.
Okay. And then, they always try to change your programming. We've been a Uverse customer since it came out, and we got the U300, and they say, well, we can lower your bill by giving you the U200 or the U100. Well, I don't want to change my programming.
Yeah. But that is not, I understand that. That's not unique to Uverse. You get the same thing whether you're with Comcast or Charter or any of the others. and sometimes it pays to look at that because, as I said, the channels included in those bundles change periodically. So you may find that you could go down to a lower tier and still get the channels that you want. I mean, face it, most people have a bundle that gives them the channels they want and a bunch of channels that they don't necessarily watch. So it's it's sometimes a good thing to check on what's in the different bundles, because you might find that you could go down to a lower bundle and still
Okay,
get what you
I
want.
will do that.
All right. Appreciate the call. Thank you. 395-1450, 395-1450. I'll add one more thing based on what little knowledge I have. But the thing is, a lot of these not carriers, but a lot of these channels, one of these networks, they charge a per person fee. And it can be
Right.
low or it could be higher. I know that ESPN is one of the most expensive per person charge. And that's part of the reason why sometimes there are disputes and why you might lose a few channels for a little while
That's right.
because of that.
Or why pricing increases, maybe once or twice a year, a company will come out and say, our bills are going up $5, all bundles. And that's because, yes, the contract negotiations that your entertainment provider pays to those networks, they pay so much per subscriber, whether somebody watches that channel or not. If they have it, the provider has to pay the content provider.
And of course, part of the bandit situation, I call it a bandit situation for lack of a better term there, Ruth. But part of the bandit situation would be with corporations and entities that own local television stations. We get the occasional, message from one station. You want us to contact
You want to keep us,
yeah.
call.
Yeah.
You see that a lot. You see that a lot at contract expiration time. And, there's just people need to, I would hope people can realize that it is never any provider's intent to cause frustration and pain and anger on the part of their subscribers because of a contract dispute. But it happens. I can remember a couple years ago, it was either ABC, CBS, one of the networks. There was quite a contract dispute with DirecTV. And I mean, it was an extended one. And it was painful. And that's not good for either a network or the provider, because people are going to get fed up and they're going to cut the cord completely and they're going to quit watching. They'll go to streaming, whether it's Netflix or HBO Max, which are all wonderful products. And we have our own HBO Max. But, people do still want their locals and their local stations that are affiliated with the major networks. And, it's not a good situation for a network or a provider or a customer when those happen, but they do happen. And it's because everybody's costs are going up while subscriber counts are going down because people are streaming. And that's part of it.
I'll ask one last question and I'm going to get you into the muddy waters. Hope you don't mind.
Okay, go ahead.
Where do you see the telecommunications industry going in 2021?
I think that depending on the FCC, I think the telecommunications industry will probably be a little busy. If things go the way that it looks they are going to go with a Democratic administration, that means the makeup of the FCC will change, and there's probably going to be a push to reinstate some of the net neutrality provisions that were vacated by this current FCC. So I think you'll see that. I on the other hand, I think you'll see a lot of activity as far as rolling out the 5G network and the wonderful opportunities that can bring to communities. So I think it'll be busy. It's we've been through, AT&T has been around for so long. We've been through a lot of changes. We roll with the punches and find a way to make it work, to let us do what we do, which is bring communications to our customers. And now we bring communications and entertainment and everything else. It's I don't think you'll see anything right away. It might be 2022 before we really see any major pushes on net neutrality. I think probably the first year, everybody's just kind of going to be settling in and learning their roles and learning the ropes.
And also the fact that we're going to have to bounce back from the outbreak situation as well.
That's right. There's always that. And I personally, I think I know we will bounce back from this. We've got vaccines that are on the way, etc. It will take a long time. I'm thinking mid-year, maybe, probably. But I don't think we'll ever see the world quite the same. And that's not just the United States, that's the world.
With that, we appreciate the thoughts of Ruth Gaudard, AT&T, the phone lady. Wish you and everyone at AT&T well. Wish your family well as well for the Thanksgiving holiday. And if all goes well, let's do this one more time in 2021 next month.
I'll be here, same chair. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and I really missed coming to Holland, but I'll get there eventually. So just ask people, be kind, wear your mask, have patience, and we will all get through this. In the meantime, call someone, check in on them.
Ruth Gaudard, thank you on 99.7 and 1450 WHTC.